So, friends, the next session is on innovative models for linking farmers with market, and in this we will discuss a case of ABY farmers. So, as we always keep discussing that when we are speaking about skill will only help farmer in producing something, but broadly we can say that until unless we are not covering skills related to market and post harvest. But broadly, when we are focusing, most of the skills we are focusing that help you produce something. But if you are looking for income enhancement based on this skill development, then it is equally important or maybe more important to help them integrate with the market. So we also understand that the environment is changing, government is coming up with so many policies, new things are uh, taking place in this agri marketing environment, but it is equally important to understand what farmers actually can do to get integrated, and best possible way probably is to understand it with the help of some example. So with that intent only, today we have invited Sri Satya Dev G. He is the founder member of this ABY Farmers organization. Welcome, sir, to this webinar which we are organizing under STRY, Skill Training of Rural Youth. So the focus of that program is also on building skills of rural youth, and basically with the objective so that they can get self-employed, income enhancement, or whatever practices they are involved with, they can optimize those practices. That's what the idea is. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. I'll start just briefing about our organization. After that, we can have small question and answers, whatever the participants' queries. This organization, ABY Farmers, is so for long been, so we have been contemplating, and in 2017 we have just conceptualized all these, finalized the details, and decided that the farmers, especially organic and natural farmers, require marketing support, and consumers also require the chemical free and best nutritional food. So with combining these two objectives, we have so created that as a mission statement of our organization, and started the operation. So if you see that our mission also, marketing of standard driven, nutritious, healthy, organic certified and chemical free food to the consumers, and ensuring optimal returns to the farmers, shareholders of our organization, and employees of the organization. So the when we just trying to understand what are the issues currently being faced in the agriculture sector, so we have just identified and so highlighted these major issues. One is that so more than 120 million, that means 12 crore farmer families. So more than 12 crore farmer families not getting benefits of the valuation of the produce. So predominantly India is marketing, the farmers are marketing only commodities, not the value added products. But consumers want the value added products. Farmers are producing in commodity farm, but consumers want the value added farm. That means paddy to rice, wheat to wheat flour, like that. Because of the thing, the processors who is purchasing from the farmers and who is marketing to the farmers, to the consumers, they have become so powerful. So the processors are traders. They are fixing the prices for the farmers. They are fixing the prices for the consumers. And another thing is that the production and harvest are only particular times. That means 2 times a year, 1 time a year, 3 times a year. But consumers want on a regular basis, daily basis. So this necessitates aggregation, storage, processing of the commodities which required in the form of consumers. Okay, so given these two things, the farmers are only at the production level. They are not part of the value chain. Majority of them, there are some FPOs who have started the valuation, but they are very, very limited. So this is the current scenario. But consumers also paying the higher prices, premium prices for organic and natural products. So this is the scenario. So keeping these things in mind, so we have come up with different solutions, so pain point solution for this thing. One is we want to market the produce of the farmer at without having any additional expenses for marketing them. And there are farmer organizations are there. Currently, more than 7,000 farmer organizations are in the country. Majority of them are not functioning and in dormant stage because they are not getting the services that are required to function as the FPO. So that is so keeping that in view. So we have identified that the major important services that required for the farmer organization is inputs, finance, farm machinery linkages, trainings and capacity building, dashboard service for their entire area. So with regard to all the farmers and all those things, commodity grading and aggregation to the FPOs, processing facilities, and local marketing of through FPOs and creation of local job opportunities. So these are all the major focus areas we are focusing to give to the farmers and the FPOs. And so marketing of the pesticide free natural and organic branded product to the consumers. From the consumer point, this is what we are just providing the extension. And not only that, directly with consumers, we are also focusing on the B2B. So like supply of the commodities to the food processing organizations and companies. And lastly, whatever the profits we are going to get, so 50% of the profit will be given back to the FPCs from our thing every year. So this is what we are just designed and contemplated. So this is our business model. We are calling each location as a hub where there is one FPO, at least with one commodity production, and there is one warehouse, and there is one processing unit. Wherever there is not primary processing facilities, cannot be handled by the FPOs. We are also tying up with the secondary processing unit of the social entrepreneurs, so that the value added product comes to our warehouse located in Hyderabad, which is having the packing come warehouse. All the value added products come here. They are labeled, packed, and it goes to the three channels. One is the B2C, second one is it's B2B, retail shops, and third one is the institutional buyer like Flipkart, DHart, this type of organization. So our vision for us 2025 is that we need to establish about 100 hubs like this thing, covering at least 1 lakh organic certified and natural farmers across the country. So this is how we are just doing. So in the initial period, how we worked is that thing. So we have just identified the different farmers, farmer organization, farmer groups across the country, where they have the pockets of organically grown farmers and natural farming who are not cultivating without using any chemicals. So that's how. So we have just listed out about some 100, hardly 100 FPOs. From that, we have shortlisted with whom we have to work and all those things, depending on the geographical area, depending on the commodity we want to focus, all those things. So that is the first stage. We have got the samples from them. We tested them, and so we started marketing of the commodities from the FPOs and directly to the consumers and the B2B. The second stage is a very, very critical stage where the first stage, so we are like also any other marketing organization who are procuring from the farmers and FPOs and doing our marketing efforts. The second stage is more integrated and more inclusive in nature. In the second stage, what we are doing out of the selected FPOs, what we are doing the FPO clusters, and so we are having this what are the facilities that are there, what are the gaps of each FPOs. We are doing the detailed analysis of the FPO and what the requirement, whether it are the requirement for financial linkages, their requirement for inputs, their requirement for warehouse, the requirement for aggregation and training capacity building, requirement for processing unit. like that we are doing the study, and so once the study is there, and what is the possibility, feasibility for this value added so production process, establishment of processing unit also we are just studying. And so once they are, so we study, we just discuss with the FPO, and they are so in fact so willing to set up their own processing unit or warehouse or any other thing. So we are discussing with them, try to understand. So from if they are keen, so we are going ahead with so agreement, MOU, doing MOU with them. And once that is so clear, we are just starting from so business plan proposal DPR to so getting these funds from banks or government. So now the schemes and all those things, establishment of processing unit and tying up with them, and so sourcing from them the value added product and marketing this thing. So this is how we are just so focusing. And here the option is that whatever the market product, so they are able to sell market in the local areas, they are so free to, so there is no binding that entire commodity should be given to ABY farmers once this processing unit, all those things are established. So they can do all the so possible places and local marketing by themselves. Whatever the so surplus which they want to give us, so we take, we'll just market to our 3 different channels which I just explained. So for this financial year, so we have just identified this 10 as a pilot, and out of that 2 in the so final stage. One is coffee and pepper processing unit, Visakhapatnam AP, 1 FPOs, and organic turmeric. So this is also in Visakhapatnam district only, another FPO. 2 FPOs. So this entire business plan and everything has been submitted to the MOFPI, and so they got almost sanctioned, and in the next 3 months, so the plant is going to be launched. So another commodities which we have identified are these $2 pulses, basmati rice, wheat, chilies, cashew, millet, spices, and cold pressed oils. So these are all the items which we have shortlisted based on the learnings from these 2 first organic coffee and pepper and turmeric things. We will be so fine tuning our entire the plan to reach out to the FPOs, and developing the processing and warehouse infrastructure facilities to the FPOs. So coming to the traceability of the products, so we have tied up with the organization called Agri. Now the major important thing for the customers, what they're asking is that, so how I can trust this product that this is the organic and where it is coming from, so what it contains. So to just have this thing, so what we have done is that we tied up with one organization which is having this supporting the farmers in terms of productivity enhancement, and also they have this technology platform where we also can just check this and track it, the what is the commodity so given by the FPO farmers to the FPO at the aggregated level and to the processing level till it's packed and reached to the consumer. So that details, so we are just also planning in the QR code and putting into our label, so that whenever consumer plans to check these details of the commodity, they can simply by scanning this QR code, they can so check the where it is coming from, what is the chemical composition of the product that is there, all those things. Another thing is that so for the farmers' point of view, they will get from this map. So entire land will be digitized, and they will get the weather information, rainfall, harvest details, and all those things. In addition to that thing, and they also get approximate time for harvesting and different so activities that they should take to for getting this better yield from that crop. For that, they have their own also technology platform which they use so patent technology is there, that we are just working with this organization. So this is our also warehouse and packing facilities, which is at Boinapalli, Hyderabad. So we have some 4,000 square feet warehouse with the co-packing facilities, and so we are also doing this white labeling to the some of our customers who want to utilize our packing facility at our premises. So this is the range of so product category we are dealing at present: millets, pulses, cereals, cold pressed oils, sweeteners, spices and condiments, nuts and dry foods, instant mixes, and healthy snacks. So we have registered about 4 brands for so 4 different purposes. One is Green Royals, exclusive for organic certified products. Ingrains is the chemical-free natural products. They will not have any organic certification. Quick make is the convenience foods, like instant mixes, dosa mix, idli mix type of thing. Me too is the healthy snacks so category. So currently, as I told you, we are working about some 30 farmer producer organizations having about 30,000 farmers based across the 12 states. So this is what, as of now, we are doing only the um, uh, regular so label pouches. Now we are getting into the printed pouches. The designs also we are developed, and soon we are going to have these printed pouches for all these so brands we have just told. As I told you, the farmers require the 4 major services that I told you. One is the input services. Second one is this so aggregation financial linkages. Third one is this warehouse storage facility. Fourth one is the processing so facility. These are all the 4 critical activities. So out of that thing, so recently we have uh, started recently 1 year back the organic fertilizers to our farmers and FPOs, where we are saying that once they utilize and take this thing, the so productivity also increase, and they will have the get this entire crop without any chemical free and organic certification also possible. So all the natural farmers, FPOs, and the organic farmers. So we have given the all the samples for this FPOs. Some of them used, and this year, so they have started so placing the orders for that thing. So whatever, so that it's not so mandatory to use our organic fertilizers only for so thing. But so if they organic fertilizer uses and cultivate that, once we do the testing, so we will be just taking the entire produce, and so for the marketing of the thing. That's what we are doing. Um, so this is the commodities we have planned for this year financial year. So marketing, beverages, coffee, as I told you, Visakhapatnam, so 780 metric tons. So cereals, which includes the black rice, HMT, red rice, and wheat all together. And so 3,400 metric tons. Millets, all the so major millets. So we are marketing not only in the commodity farm, in rice farm, and so other the grits and so Rabas farm also we are just selling. The Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh are the major locations we are sourcing the millets. Oilseed, groundnut, so especially Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Pulses, Bengal gram, black gram, cowpea, green gram, horse gram, and masoor, and red gram. So these are all the so pulses which we will be dealing in a large quantities in this so financial year. Karnataka, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh are the major so states. So 1,600 metric tons is the total available quantity from our so FPCs. Spices, one is amchur powder, black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, clove, ginger, methi, red chili, turmeric, and tamarind. So these are all things. So Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, and Uttarakhand are the states FPOs which we have so in our to focus. So, and the quantity is about some 3,800 so metric tons available all together. In sweetness category, jaggery and wild forest honey. So these two together is about some 7,000 metric tons. Uttarakhand and organic. So these are all the so total portfolio of commodities which so we are just working, and in this harvest season we will be marketing these things. So the traction so far with the business we have done so far is this product categories 12 brands, 4 quantity processed it is 500 metric tons. FPOs already I told. The customers, our retail customers is so 3,100 customers in Hyderabad. So the partners, company partners are about 50 partners. Equity mobilized from the partners is 2.07. So turnover is 4.17 crore, and warehouse with packing machinery, we have one thing. So full team is so 16. So in the next 3 years, we want to reach the target of 50 crores, reach out to the 60 FPOs, and we want to mobilize so 10 crores to reach out to this turnover, and 25,000 farmers we are planning to service in the next in the 3 years time. and the estimated additional income to the farmers through commodity marketing as well as the value addition. So 20% is the minimum, so they should get the additional income is what we have just put the target for ourselves and for our partners in the next 3 years. So 2x is what returns they are going to have. So this is what we are just working on. So to reach out to the 5,000 customers. For that thing, we are focusing now rather than it's so direct reach out to the customer. We are just working with this. So the aggregator platforms. So aggregator platforms like to community-wise orders aggregator platforms. So we are just promoting to minimize our so one-to-one so orders fulfillment rather than the supplying to the different apartments and colonies type of thing. So while having this so without losing the consumer focus. So that is another thing. So neighborhood app and apartment things price also we are just working on that thing. And in addition to that thing, so the HFN Life, this is the so who has about some 2 million followers are there across the country, and we tied up with them, and we are supplying to that thing also. In addition to that thing, other two e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and Meesho also in pipeline. We are working on that thing. And so we are having this discussion with the Flipkart for so co-branding of the organic products that may materialize in the next so 3 to 6 months. So currently Amazon, so we are also supplying the so bulk commodities also to the so Flipkart. In the B2B and B2C, so B2I activities, so we want to reach out to the 100 so retail shops in the next 6 months. So like the organic retail shops and all those things. One thing. So another one is to collaborate with so superstore and kirana store aggregators. So we want to just so supply already. We are just supplying to the so agros. As I told you, so fertilizers also one so activities we are just working on to reach out to the FPOs. That is one thing. So coming to the institutional buyers, whom we are calling institutional buyer is that minimum of so 5 to 10 metric tons so per order. This is what so who can just place the order is what we are calling like a institutional buyers and a truckload type of thing. One NEML, National E-Market Limited platform, we registered, and Flipkart also we registered, and Argo Commodities onboarding process also in there, and ITC we just onboarded, and we also registered with the government, so E-Marketplace GEM portal. So these are all the things, and so as I told you, we are working with these printed pouches and delivery arrangements also we have made, and now we have the dedicated delivery agencies, Borjo and Porter. We are working with them. As far as the warehouses are concerned, so we have this tie-up with the area collateral, and we just so started working with them and delivered the orders also. Financial agencies, so Samanati and FWWB, so for mobilizing funds for us as well as mobilizing funds for the FPOs also who are in need for the warehouse receipt financing purpose. FSMS certification, as I told you, we are just working with the FPC's processing unit. Once the processing units are established, we want to have this so direct so processing facilities, so coordination with the FPCs. For that purpose, we are taking the FSMS certification so that so we'll be this primary so auditing team for this FPCs, and so overall at under one so certification we will have the listing of all these FPCs. So Transact is one thing. So we are automating our CRM also module. We are just implementing with the Transact. This is a Tally so compliant. So our entire this manual Excel. Currently, we are doing the manual Excel management our inventory. Now we want to we are shifting to this Transact, which will have the entire database CRM model. I think. So to take care of our services, the customers calls and all those things, so we have taken the Servotel cloud-based telephony so for our customer care management, where we can so record all the calls and all those things. We can get back to the customers and we can respond to them. So for HR management purpose, we have software called Credly. So this is what the things. So the ABY has been selected as the best social enterprise award. So in 2019, we have the so the DP so certification, and we are the so incubator of the manage under the RAFTAAR program. So organic certification is USD organic certification. So we have the 4 designated partners. Myself, Satya Dev, Sharav Rathod. So he has more than 18 years of experience. Samani, she is a PhD biotechnology doctorate and 30 years experience in research, farmers organization and seed working. Satyanarayan Vadigaru, so he has more than 20 years of experience and he runs the so financial so intermediate services company also. So the full-time team, so myself, I'm just a full-time CEO. Mruthyunjay Shastri garu, so Director FPO Services. So Ramchandra Reddy garu, so he's taking care of the entire sales and marketing as a regional so director. So we have the advisory board team, so consisting of 8 members. Mohanay Garu, about 30 years of experience, and he is the ex-NABARD CGM. NV Ramana Garu, he worked with ITC and more than 30 years of experience in Agri value chain and also processing thing. And so we have the Shanmukha Reddy Garu, so who is a food processing so expert and have the more than so 30 years. Kotesrao Garu, he has more than 30 plus experience in the exports, and we also completed one export orders under her his so guidance. CS Reddy Garu, currently CEO of AP Mass. So he is also so one of the director. Papi Reddy Garu, he has more than 30 years of experience in the risk and insurance. So he will be so guiding us on the risk related aspects. And Narendra Garu has 30 years of experience in the development sector. All those things that we put under suggestion. And Ramakrishna Garu in organic farming, he has more than 40 years of experience. So this is a brief about so our work, what we are doing, and we have 10 minutes of time for questions and answers. If anybody has any questions, you can just ask this question in your presentation or any other questions also.
So thank you, Dev G. So now means if participants are having any question, anything that they want to share, something related to this, they can share. So because Satya Dev Ji already shared about how they are ensuring prices to the farmer and then facilitating in procurement from the farmer's field, and they are also offering various other services like warehousing, packaging, and taking it to the market. So if you have any questions, please. So Satyadev ji, can you, at one point in your presentation, it was mentioned that collaborated with Agri Bridge. What is that? Can you explain that collaboration with Agri Bridge?
Yeah, AgriBridge is one company which is providing the remote sensing so support services to the farmers, digitization of their land, entire thing, and providing the weather information as well as the climatic related information, rainfall information, and harvesting season and all those things through their patented software. So they measure all the thermal units and they suggest the proper sowing time and proper the harvest time and all those things, which inevitably increase the overall productivity. That is the thing. And so during the production period also, they provide the satellite images to the farmers, where the farmers can see what is the so good growth area in the entire farm, what is the low growth plants are there with it. So they point out and share the images so that farmers, after seeing that, they can straight away go to that location and they can check the growth of the plant and all those things, and they can come up with so any suggestions and solutions required for maintaining the equal growth for this entire the area.
So, and how you are maintaining means managing the cost of delivery, because when you are delivering
No. So there are two aspects here. One is whoever they are taking any services from us, like any of the services, like taking the so input costs and all those things from us. So we are providing the free of cost. Otherwise, the directly FPOs also can so subscribes to them, and so utilize that service. That is very so nominal service they are charging, which is per acre per one season 99 rupees per farmer, which is the best as far as I know in the entire market.
Okay, and you mentioned about financial linkage. So, what is the
Yes.
scale
So
at which
I
you
will
are
just explain
working? How
this financial linkage thing. So what we are doing is whomever we are just working with, like any of the FPO, what we are doing is that so after so reaching out to the market linkage and all those things, if anybody is showing interested in that commodity, so we will discuss with them. We'll share all the product so details and all those things with the market player. Once they are convinced about the quality of the product and the commodity, all those things, so we discuss the same thing with the FPCs. And for the procurement from the farmers and so aggregating, they will be requiring the funds. So that's where we are facilitating the warehouse receipt financing. So in warehouse receipt financing, as soon as the FPO procure from all the farmers and so aggregate and bring it to the warehouse, as soon as the commodity comes to the warehouse, so the financial institution NBFC will provide up to 70% of the so the stock directly to the FPCs, which in turn will pay to the farmers directly within. So this entire process will happen within 7 days time. So
okay.
what? So before that thing, so there is some MOEs so prepared and signed between these three parties: one FPC, by ABY Farmers, and the NBFC. So this is how we'll be so facilitating the financial linkages.
And what is the role of this Samunnati?
Roll up some, that's what, tripartite agreement. So of Samunati, ABY Farmers, and the FPC.
And farmers you are approaching directly or through the
No,
FP?
farmers need not approach directly. That's what I'm saying. So either FPC can approach Samunati directly. There, our role and involvement will not be there. But whenever or wherever we are also in the so procurement also operation, then we will have the tripartite agreement, and so the NBFC also will be comfortable because we are the direct market linkage, creating market linkage. So three players, so they sign MOU so that because the dilemma of the NBFC is that they will procure from the FPC farmers and keep it in the warehouse. But so how they are going to market it is one so doubt. So to facilitate that thing, so we also coming into picture as a marketing player.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And just one last question means, what is your price discovery mechanism? Means you how you are discovering price and whether at the time
So
of
there
selling
are
itself.
two, three ways. So we are just working. One is that we use the so regular mandi prices as a base, and on that thing, 5 to 10% is what. So we'll be just working out depending on the buyer the price. The quotation. So sometimes buyer they themselves will say that which is so even less than 5% margin to the of the commodities of the regular commodities. So that we will discuss with the FPCs, and if they come forward, so we will tie up with them. So these are all the two things. Third one is that so that's a small quantities. Whatever the FPCs, so once they procure from the farmers, they process it, they put their margins, and they put the bulk prices. So sometimes we take the bulk prices if our volumes are very less, and we fix the price based on the mandi price plus some percentage premium. Third one is this as per the client so pricing, we get back to the FPCs, and so we see what is the price margin, and we will communicate and close the public.
Okay. And recently, like so many new things are coming, like this National Agriculture Market Platform is also having provision where FPCs can directly participate, or something
Correct.
like NCDX Sport Market, or maybe
Correct.
electronic. So, are you exploring those options as well?
No, no. So we are also partner of this NCML, National E-Markets Limited. But some of the FPCs also directly can then. But the problem with that thing is The majority of the times, so the commodities traded are the items traded are commodities only. But our focus little bit so more. So we, as far as possible, we want to market value-added product to the so our clients. So only some of the items only. So we are tying up with them, and the farmers will not get so the best prices because the volumes are very high. So it is a mix of different options available in the market.
Okay, so thank you very much, Satya Dev G, for interacting with the participants and sharing such a wonderful case of ABY farmers, how you are using different marketing models that are, or options that are nowadays available to integrate the farmers with market. Thank you very much.